point, minimum point. Here sign is positive, minimum. Minimum. Here sign is negative. Y equal negative times square root of x plus b plus c. Here sign is negative. Nature of the turning point is maximum. Maximum. Maximum or minimum value of the function. Here plus c. Square root of x plus b plus c. Maximum or minimum value of the function is this constant c. Here c. Sign is this side. Here the sign is negative. We can put the sign negative here. Sign is positive, then we can write positive c. Sign is, if the sign is negative, the value of the maximum or minimum point is negative. Coordinates of the maximum or minimum point of the graph. Here the sign is positive. X coordinate of the maximum or minimum point is change. Here sign is positive. This sign is negative. Here the sign is positive. This sign is negative. If the sign is here is negative, the sign is positive of this. Then y coordinate is this. See. Yes. Equation of the axis of symmetry. Here positive b, it change. X is equal negative b. If the sign is here is negative, we change this sign is here. Here x is equal negative b. The point at which the function intersect the y-axis. The function intersect the y-axis is every point's x coordinate is 0. 0 of on the y-axis. Then y coordinate is b squared plus c. Y coordinate is b squared. Here b squared. The sign is here is negative. Negative b squared plus c. Now we are going to do some exercise and practice this. Then when we have a equation of the graph, we can set maximum value of the graph, coordinates of the maximum or minimum value, equation of the axis of symmetry, and points intersect the y-axis. And when we have a graph, we can write the equation to the graph. Here, write the range of values of x for which y equal x squared plus 2x subtract 2. Now, write the equation of the axis of symmetry. When we draw the graph of this function, graph of this equation, This the graph. The axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry. We draw the axis of symmetry. It intersects the x-axis on -1. -1. Every points on the axis of symmetry. On the axis of symmetry, the x-coordinate of every point is -1. Then we can write the equation of axis of symmetry is x is equal -1. Equation of axis of symmetry, x is equal -1. For the graph that is obtained by translating the above graph upwards by 5 units on the coordinate plane without changing the shape of the graph, write the coordinates of the minimum point and write the relevant quadratic function in the form of y equal x plus p squared plus q. Now we can write this equation, quadratic equation, in the form of y equal x plus p squared plus q. We can write this as x. Here the sign is positive. 2 divided by 2. The coefficient of x term is 2. 2 divided by 2 equal 1. Now here we can write squared. Then x is squared. We expand this x is squared plus 2 times of the multiple of these two terms. Multiple of x and 1 x. X times 2 2x. Then plus the square of 1. 1 times 1 1 1. Then here 1. But here -2. How we convert 1 +1 to -3? We add -3. We add -3. -3. Here, but we here the question is this: for the graph that is obtained by translating the above graph to upwards by 5 units on the coordinate plane. Here the graph we had drawn is this. Here -2. We convert this one to -2. We subtract 3 from the square of x plus 1. Here the minimum point is, the y coordinate of minimum point is -3. Here -3. We can find the minimum point of the graph with using its equation. Here this value +1. Here there is plus, but axis of symmetry equation of axis of symmetry is -1. Here x plus 1, axis of symmetry is x is equal -1. Here plus 1, x plus 1, axis of symmetry is equal -1. X is equal -1. Here -3. Y coordinate of the minimum point is -3. Here we can find the minimum coordinate of the minimum point with this equation. Coordinate of minimum point is here plus 1. X coordinate of minimum point is -1. Here -3. Y coordinate of minimum point is -3. Any graph, using any graph, we can write the equation of it, and using the equation of it, we can write the minimum point of the graph and axis of symmetry. Here -3 is the minimum value of the graph. -3. Here plus 1, equation of the axis of symmetry is x is equal -1. The coordinate of the minimum point is -1, -3. We must find the range of x when the graph is greater than -1 and then value of y. Value of the function is greater than -1 and less than or equal +3. Here, when the graph is here, value of the graph is -1. Value of x is +1. Value of x is +1. Here, the value of y is negatively increased. Then value of x is positively increased. X is greater than 1. And here the graph is, value of y is +3. Value of x also +3. X is greater than 1 and less than or equal +3. This is the answer. Now we are going to identify the characteristic of the function, the behavior of this graph. Now we are going to write the range. The range of the values of x for which the function is decreasing positively. Please write the question. Write the range of values of x for which the function is decreasing positively. The value of the function is decreasing positively. Here in this point, this graph intersects the x-axis. Value of here is 0. Here the graph is decreasing positively. Here the value is x. X less than 0. Every graph is not, the value is 0 here. We can find any value. Here, when x is less than 0. X is less than 0. The function is decreasing positively. Second one. Write the range of values of x for which the function is decreasing negatively. Decreasing negatively. Here 0. X is greater than 0. The function, this graph is decreasing negatively. The minimum value of the graph is -1. The x coordinate of this point is x. X is greater than 0 and less than 1. X is greater than 0 and less than 1. Less than 1. The function is decreasing negatively. Decreasing negatively. Next, please write